It's a nice day. There's no one flying in the circuit for some reason. I think this is the perfect time to teach you how circuits are done the right way. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to VFR Advanced Training episode 3. In this episode we'll be discussing circuits, and I'll be doing a very in-depth tutorial on how circuits are supposed to be done. This video will be split into two sections. The first will be flight briefing, which is this one, and the second one will be the flight demonstration. The annotation on the screen now will take you to episode 2, so if you don't want to watch the boring flight briefing and how to do the circuit, you can just skip to the flight demonstration in the other episode. Some general flight information for you for these circuits here. We'll be flying in Golf Lima Echo November X-Ray, which is a Cessna 172. In the real world, November X-Ray is a 172, but we're flying the 182 today. The circuit will be formed at Pang's hangar, Echo Golf Lima Golf, which is now disused in the real world. I chose this airport for two reasons. Firstly, it's my local airport, or should I say it was my local airport, so it's the best airport in the UK. And secondly, it has some interesting procedures regarding noise abatement. I'll go through this in a bit. Here is an official image that the North London Flying School made to illustrate circuits off of runway 29er at Pang's hangar. There are two VRPs that we are going to use today. They are the square wood and the T-shaped wood VRP. Although these aren't official, they are what pilots use to understand when they need to begin turns, and they are used as reference points. For example, when you get over the square wood, you begin your turn onto downwards, and when you pass the T-shaped wood on the other side of the circuit, you begin your turn to base. In terms of what we're going to do, we're going to be taking off from runway 09er, which is the preferred runway at Pang's hangar, and flying a right-hand circuit at 1,000 feet above aerodrome level. Once we reach the perimeter fence of the aerodrome, we'll be following the noise abatement departure procedure as stated here, which keeps the neighbours happy. Flight stage 1. After takeoff, turn right to overfly the golf club house, and on passing, turn to runway QDM until passing prominent white building, which is actually a school. Turn right to fly to a square wood, which is approximately 0.5 miles, then turn downwind to fly between Chewin and Chewin Wood. You can obviously see that on the chart above the noise abatement departure procedures, where there is a weird triangle section of the circuit, and obviously that is to keep the aircraft away from built up areas, which is actually Pang's hangar. Flight stage 2. Below 500 feet above aerodrome level, we need to carry out FELT, which stands for flaps, engine, lights and trim. This is in essence our after takeoff checklist. Flight stage 3. Upon reaching square wood, we're going to begin our turn onto downwind and level off at 1,000 feet above aerodrome level, as stated in aerodrome 2.22 flight procedures. This is where we will carry out our APT, or attitude, power and trim checks. Flight stage 4. We are now approaching T-shaped woods and are about to turn base slope. First of all, we need to complete a bump pitch. This is a long acronym, I know, but it needs to be remembered, and it is a very important aspect of a circuit, of any circuit in fact. It stands for brakes, undercarriage, mixture, fuel pump, flaps, pitch, instruments, carb heat, hatches and harnesses. We're checking everything is okay for an approach and landing. This is the point in which we get the carb heat on and dump 2 notches of flaps to aid speed and descent down to 6,000 feet above aerodrome level. Flight stage 5. Ensuring you are at 600 feet, begin your turn onto final. Nothing should be done here, just make sure you stabilise on final approach. Upon reaching 300 feet above aerodrome level, the carb heat should come off and the drag flaps down. Flight stage 6. Land. With part 1, the flight preparation done, we can move to part 2 with the flight demonstration. Once again, you can click anywhere on the screen right now and it will take you to the second episode. Thanks so much for watching the first episode, and I hope you understood most or all of what I was talking about, and I will demonstrate it in the next episode. I'll see you then.